YouTube? It's Mama Doe Dawn, and the camera's very close today, and Baby Fun Charlotte is in the background there. Today I wanted to make an update video for you guys on how my semi-zero waste journey was going, and I am actually planning to extend it a little further and do a little bit more. I have felt so good about just doing a little bit of some zero waste things in my lifestyle that I have decided I definitely want to go all out on it. With that being said, I know that one of the worst ways to tackle goals is to just go headstrong right away, do it all, because you get discouraged and you give up that way. So I really want to make this a slow transition where I can focus on really small things each month and gradually turn my life into as zero waste as possible. And so I'm going to add some more goals on for March, but I want to talk to you guys first about my successes in January and February. So this video is an extension of a previous video I made talking about zero waste alternatives that I was going to use to try and help me save money on my debt-free journey, while also, of course, helping the environment. And one of the biggest things that I've mentioned for a very long time now, I even did an entire series on it, was cloth diapering, and I did successfully cloth diaper for 2 more months. That really hasn't been a struggle for me, but it was something that I was going to continue doing on my zero waste journey. In March, I would like to switch over to cloth wipes. So I have been kind of gradually doing it this last month, in the month of February. I've been experimenting with cloth wipes. I've been using washcloths, and I find that it's actually a lot easier. It gets a lot more off with just a couple wipes because I can really make them very wet, and there's no trash involved. So I've actually really liked it, and I'm looking forward to, in March, converting entirely over to cloth wipes along with my cloth diapers. I have been using bars of soap for laundry, and it's actually been very easy. It worked out really well. I just take a cheese grater down with me to the laundry room when I do laundry, and I grate up soap into the laundry. I'm buying the soap in bulk, just in these big boxes, so there's like pretty much no plastic packaging. Sometimes there's plastic like around the box, but otherwise all the packaging is cardboard, which is nice because it is biodegradable. I didn't have to make any conversions for this because I've been doing it for a long time, but for the last 2 months I did do French press coffee, and I should make an entire video on French press coffee and how to make some really good zero waste coffee. But I really love French press coffee. I think it's the best way to make coffee. Maybe I'm a coffee snob in that way, but I do use a French press and I love it. I did say I was no longer going to use paper towels, and throughout the months of January and February, I did not buy paper towels. I have converted over to rags for all of my cleaning. I also got rid of all of my cleaning wipes, so I have not been using cleaning wipes. I did use up what I had, and now I'm not using any more. So I have just been using rags to clean. Ow, that hurt. My child in the hair pulling, I swear. But yes, we have just been using rags to clean, and it actually hasn't been too hard. It is a lot more convenient to just throw something away when you're done instead of having to wash it or deal with whatever mess is on the washcloth. But I do feel better about it. It has eliminated a little bit of trash from our life. One of my big things that I also wanted to get rid of was bottled water, and I did successfully remember to bring a bottle every single time we left, so if I needed to mix formula, So the only time that I was buying bottled water was when I was out and about and I needed water for formula and I had forgotten to bring some with me. Successfully throughout the months of January and February, I did not have to buy a single bottle of water. I just reused bottles that I already had, filled them up with water, and brought them with me. And I also eliminated the possibility of me needing to buy bottled water by keeping extra bottles of water in my car just in case. So those were my successes, but I did have one fail, and that was with my reusable grocery bags, which I have used off and on for a few years now. But I am just so forgetful when it comes to them, and I needed to create a way where I was going to remember them. I had them in the back seat right next to my child's car seat, so you'd think, like, right next to your kid, you're never going to forget your grocery bags. But I did. I still forgot them, and I always felt super guilty bringing plastic bags home. I wanted 2019 to be a year where I used no plastic bags, but I did not get away with that for January and February. With that being said, at the end of February, I started keeping the reusable bags right on my passenger seat right next to me. So literally when I was going over to pick up my wallet, I had to grab the bags. even then sometimes I forgot. Like, I am so absent-minded. I'm like, I gotta remember my kid, my diaper bag, my keys, my car, or my cell phone, my wallet, all that stuff, and I was forgetting the bags, even though I had them right next to me. So my new goal for March is to actually put my wallet inside of my bags when I get inside of the car. So if I'm going to go in and spend money and I know I'm going to need my wallet, I will have to grab the bags with me. There's no way I'm going to pull my wallet out of the bags and still forget the bags. So that is what my plan in March: get in my car, put the wallet in, just make it a habit of putting my wallet in those bags and then remembering the bags when I go in, and hopefully I will no longer forget them and I will make those reusable bags just a second thought for me in my new zero waste lifestyle. So my 3 small goals for March on my zero waste journey, along with converting to the cloth wipes, is to reuse a lot of my old materials. So any containers that I have from the kitchen, I want to reuse from now on. So I do have a lot of candle jars, and I have actually kept candle jars in the past. I clean them out and then I resell them to Etsy sellers to make candles in. So that's something that I want to continue doing. I also want to clear out pretty much any container that I would throw away that could be reused. So plastic containers, glass containers, anything like that, I want to keep and find a second purpose for. So I do have some ideas for those, and I'll save them all up, and maybe I'll make like an upcycle video of ways that I am going to utilize all of those jars and containers. But that is a goal for mine in March, is to not throw away a single container that I can upcycle. I also want to start, oh my goodness, my camera's, there we go. I also want to start reusing old fabric. So I have traditionally just thrown away clothes in the past that have holes or have gotten so worn that they can't even be donated. And I want to start reusing that fabric now that I am doing cloth wipes and like no more paper towels or anything like that. I can definitely reuse this old fabric. And then on Reddit, it was actually recommended to me to also make toys with them. So I did take a sewing class in high school, and I've kind of lost touch with that, but I would love to start sewing again and using old fabric that I'm going to throw away to start making toys for Charlotte and foster kids in the future. So that is something I want to do. Probably won't do that in March, but I do want to reuse old fabric I have, especially to just make cleaning rags, because I do need some more cleaning rags, and why not just make them from things that I'm going to throw away anyways. And my third goal, although I already mentioned this, I said there were 3 goals. The third goal is using my reusable bags more. So my 4 goals for March, just to reiterate: I want to use cloth baby wipes. I want to upcycle any plastic or glass containers that I would have typically disposed of. I want to reuse any old fabric and make it into cleaning rags instead of throwing away clothes. And I want to use my reusable bags every single time I go into a store. And we will see how March goes. I'm really hoping I can accomplish all of those this month and then continue on these little baby steps to a completely zero waste lifestyle. That is my plan for now, and I actually have a pretty extended plan going into the future of how I really want to accomplish as zero waste of a lifestyle as possible living in an apartment with a kiddo. So if you'd like to follow along with that journey, I'd love to have you guys come back at the end of March to see how well I did and my goals for the next month. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.